Today on Cupcakes with Cal we have Rachel Joyce. Thanks for coming in, Rachel.
Thanks for having me.
So in preparation for today's interview, I googled your name and it came up with you race for Great Britain, but you were born in Mexico City.
Sí, me llamo Rachel Joyce. ¿Cómo está?
Okay, and I also noticed that you started off as an age grouper. You weren't a gardener or anything?
No, don't have green fingers.
No.
I was an age grouper.
So you've come from an age group background, and what was your line of work?
I was a lawyer.
Okay.
In construction.
And then sort of, when did you decide to go from plenty of pay to no pay and become a pro triathlete?
I raced the first Clearwater 70.3 World Championships in 2006 and I won my age group, and although the race was very different, my time was kind of, it would have placed me around 12th, but I knew that our race was very different, but it kind of gave me an appetite to kind of race the best people in the world. So I reduced my hours in the law office, and I started working 3 days a week, which actually meant I could have worked 5 days in 3 days. But I then spent the next 2 years and I didn't have one result. The first race I did as a pro, I took a wrong turn at a buoy and I was the last person out of the swim, and I think I was last overall. And I was approaching my 30th birthday, and I was like, maybe I should go back to my day job, because I wasn't really going anywhere as a triathlete, and I wasn't really going anywhere as a lawyer. But instead I just walked into my boss's office and I resigned completely, and I was like, okay, I'm really going to give it a go and train full time. So I gave up my pay, my monthly salary, and didn't earn anything for about 6 months, but it was okay because I came 5th in Ironman Florida that year, and I think I banked $1,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and the CEO of Ironman was recently quoted as saying, "We don't know why people choose to be professional triathletes." And he directly quoted as saying, "I don't know why Rachel Joyce is a professional triathlete as opposed to practicing law." How would you sort of respond to that?
It's funny because the whole time when I went in and resigned from my job as a lawyer, not one person in the law firm asked me why I was resigning to become a triathlete. I think they thought it was quite inspiring, and it was really cool that I was kind of going after a dream to be a professional athlete, and take a few risks financially to do that. So I was a little surprised to find that the CEO of the WTC couldn't empathise as to why I might make that jump. But I mean, the reason that I did do it was because it was a dream, and I want to be the best athlete I possibly can be. I want to win Kona, and that's what drove me. I was happy to take that risk, to give up a steady pay package to kind of go after that.
I don't know why more people don't want to be CEOs.
No, I don't know why they don't either.
There's plenty of triathletes like myself who have degrees, and I assume that being a CEO isn't too difficult.
You could probably do it, I think.
I'll have a crack. Alright, so a current issue right now is the spot allocation in Kona. Professional men can have 50 spots and professional women are only allowed 35. What's your take on that, and is that fair?
I think there should be equal number of spots for men and women, because I think it just sends out a better message, for kids and for women who might want to take up the sport. And also I just think the depth's there to have that number of women racing.
For sure. So you've got a pretty good record in Kona with your first year as a pro there, you came 6th, the following year 5th, 4th, and then the next year you're sick and you got 11th. And then last year you're 2nd and you almost had victory, but you were run down by your good friend Mirinda Carfrey. Have you thought about running her down in a car park?
Objection, Your Honour.
Sustained. So we're heading back this year to Kona and everything's on track?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah. So your coach is Dave Scott.
6 times.
6-time world champion. Does he ever, are you ever out training together and just yells out 6 times when the motivation's wavering?
No, he hasn't done that.
He hasn't, okay. Alright, so let's talk about Kona a little bit, as that's coming up in October and a lot of people are into their final sort of block of training for Kona. What makes this race so hard?
I think it's like the conditions out there are really hard. You know, it's really hot, it's windy. It's the World Championships, so there's a lot of expectation. You know, you can't avoid, everyone's there, so you know, you're racing the best in the world. And a lot hangs on it, you know, it's kind of what you focus on all year.
And what about the conditions there? I've heard that when you get off the plane there in Kona, the heat that hits you has been likened to kind of like the shock that you feel when you almost knock your toaster into your hot tub.
I don't know really what that would be like, but
some people do.
So it is hot. It's really hot out there, and you know, you have people in their compression socks and speedos, and you've got to deal with that as well in the week leading up to the race. And
that must be quite stressful seeing people in budgie smugglers and compression.
I think my years on the Abu Dhabi tri team with Faris kind of prepared me for that quite well.
I've heard that his gooch has been likened to crocodile leather. Can you confirm or deny that?
Objection, Your Honour.
All right, Rachel, thanks for agreeing to talk to us today and coming in and having a chat and having some fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so for the rest of the season, obviously you've got Kona coming up, and are you heading to Bahrain?
I am. Yeah, in December.
Staying with relatives there?
I've got a butler and a chauffeur when I go there.
No doubt you'll be eating peeled grapes.
Well, I prefer them peeled.
And anything else apart from Kona and Bahrain for the rest of the season?
I think I'll decide after Kona. You know, I might do another half before Bahrain.
And then shut it down for the winter and just tuck into some cupcakes, no doubt.
Yeah, a little like these selection.
Do you like the white ones?
They're very white.
Yeah, we've had chocolate the last few weeks, but the amount of chocolate ones that Greg consumed almost gave him type 2 diabetes, so we had to tone it down a little.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, you too.